Hey everyone, this is Derek here giving you guys the English commentary for the South America Star Challenge Finals. We have a clean feed, going to be watching the games, having a lot of fun, commentating on all of the action. There are a good number of excellent South American teams competing for their place in Dubai in the Global Finals next month. And I'm very excited to bring the action to you guys tonight in English. So this is being broadcast in Spanish and Portuguese on the official PUBG Mobile channel, as well as English right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the English feed right now. That way I can interact with you guys, watch the comments, and we are going to have a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to go ahead and mute it. Hey, it's Derek. Indeed, this is Derek G here. Unfortunately, my Spanish is rather rusty, so we are going to watch the action, and I'm going to be commentating on what I see. We're going to be talking about things like team rotations, what team goes for which compound. Are they going to be playing the center of the zone? Are they going to be playing the outside of the zone? So very excited to have this opportunity. I'll also be back tomorrow for the second day of competition. I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking in a little bit about the rundown of what we're going to be doing tonight. However, it looks like we have 3 games tonight and then 3 games tomorrow. And depending on how well teams do in those 6 games, that's going to determine whether or not they punch their ticket to the global finals in Dubai in just about a month from now. So right now, they have already introduced the teams, and we are getting set for our first match. Yes, people are saying the Portuguese stream also started. Indeed, there's going to be a Spanish stream, a Portuguese stream, and then this one. So this one, what we're doing again, for those of you who are just tuning in, is we are going to be watching all the action. I'll be commentating it in English. That way you guys have your choice of which stream you want to watch. Where is it at, though? I'm pretty sure this is down in Brazil. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but so excited. Welcome, Pete, to the stream. Ramos, Molly Pig, and here we go, starting out with the first game. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are streaming at 1080 60. There we go. That looks a lot better now. And let's get started. Again, shout out to Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for sponsoring this tournament. So it looks like we have a north to southeast plane route. That's going to open up a lot of the map. Pretty sure you could drop anywhere you want other than Georgia Pal. So we'll have to see if teams have a secondary rotation plan for this sort of plane route that doesn't allow you to reach George. But even Pachinki can be glided to. So Yaz certainly in play, as are School, Pachinki, Novo, Malta, Mansion, Lipovka, pretty much anywhere. So we have Team 2 going for Stalber. That is a rather interesting drop choice. It looks like it's going to be a 2-2 split. We also have 2 teams dropping in Yaz, 17 and 3. I'll learn names as we go along. You can see a number are floating towards Pachinki. Not sure if they'll make it. And then we have 2 who are going to be contesting 19 and 12, contesting Novo early. So it looks like we're going to be spectating Team 16, YouTube. This is the YouTube gaming team. And MyTech, certainly a competitor we are going to have to watch out for. I saw a lot of love for MyTech in the comments section. So it looks like he's going to be grabbing an M16 right away. And it looks like Team 16 is setting up shop in Rozhok. So quite the split here. You can see a number of teams. There you go, Team 10 using the vehicle strategy, driving to looks like North George. So over here, this is Team 5, very close proximity to Team 6. So looks like we're going to have some early engagement. Wallison C here with a Tommy gun, pretty decent early SMG. That looks like an extended magazine for it. So if that is the case, look out, 50 rounds of 45 caliber ammunition there. So one of the early engages kicking off right here behind this rock. We have a member of Team 6 who is playing Ring Around the Rock right now. That is awesome. You can actually see the bullets firing out of the guns. I didn't know that that was a thing. Now, bullet trajectory, part of 0.9.1, which is what these teams are running. So for spectating, it's almost like you have tracer rounds. So the players don't see that, but for us, it makes it easier when we're commentating and analyzing, you know, to figure out where people are shooting from and what sort of position they're taking up. So Wilson see nice early game kill for Team 5 there with the Tommy gun, or the Tommy SMG now it's called. And this is one of the bridges just to the north of Watertown, I believe. So this is to the west of Rozhok. There's a small island in the middle. And right now, looks like they are going to actually get out of there. They're worried about Team 9 being able to loot up comfortably in Watertown. Probably have some pretty decent weapons by now. Probably some armor and maybe even a scope or two also. Ramos says this is going to be interesting indeed. Yeah, the tracer rounds look great. Yeah, that's really cool. I almost forgot for a second that we are on the new update 0.9.1. And definitely excited to see how that runs. It was running very smoothly for me when I was playing around with it last night, and some new commentating tools like those tracer rounds too. So let me know, guys, how the audio is. Do you want the game sound louder? Do you want my voice louder? I'm mixing it on OBS right now, so we'll make sure it sounds good. You can see that we actually haven't seen the minimap yet. However, the circle, if this is the northern extent of the first circle, that means that the zone is going to be definitely to the south. We have Mr. Bug, who is just chilling out right now. Looks like he's by one of those radio towers. We have Team 6 running towards 18. We'll have to watch if that's going to be an engage or not, because they're coming up on that compound that Team 18 is currently occupying. They have a vehicle too. So here we go. You can hear the buggy. Those buggy sounds sound amazing after the update. All the vehicles, actually, the audio is much higher quality now and very realistic. So quite concerning. And whoa, what is that? That is a flare gun. So we have flare guns evidently in custom games now, and one of them was just fired off. We'll have to see. That looks like it would have been inside the zone. So we have a, oh my gosh, a panda getting taken down. One of the members of Team 6 is outgunned, unfortunately, by Team 18, goes down and is finished off. So we'll have to see if that flare gun is being used for that super airdrop, if it was dropped inside the zone, or if it was shot outside the zone, which would give you one of those bulletproof or bullet-resistant UAZs. So like I said, we haven't seen the minimap yet, but we know that it is certainly a southerly circle. Could even be on Military Island. We'll have to see. But Mr. Bug, unfortunately, the sole survivor of Team 6, is going to have to play for position, but he's running towards Team 5, who he probably doesn't know is up on this this hill here, moving towards this compound. There's a nice UAZ spawned by the compound, so they'll be able to easily drive into the circle after they finish their looting phase. But 6 is playing for position, being the last member of the team alive. That is not a position you want to be in this early into the game for sure. Let's take a look at Yasnaya, where 2 teams dropped. It looks like we have Team 17 with a nice northerly, easterly spread there in the looting phase, looting up those apartments. There's an M16 with the extended magazine. And we also have Team 3, who are just chilling out, looting in the southwesterly apartments, moving to the southerly apartment complexes. Yaz is a huge town or city, and you can easily fit 3 or even 4 squads in here to loot up. So not too worried. You see multiple squads in here. Doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be an early game conflict, because if they want to play nice with each other, you can easily loot up your squad and rotate out without ever engaging the other members who drop there. So there's the sole survivor for Team 6, Mr. Bug. He is not in a good position to be right now. He's taking some shots at a member of Team 18, but unfortunately gets finished off, outgunned, and there you go. That, I believe, is the first team out of Game 1 of the South America Star Challenge Finals. Unfortunately, an early exit there. He was running down towards the zone, but got caught out by Team 18 and is going to be finished off. can see Juan Carlos is now running around the outside of the zone. Like I said, there is that flare gun again. So that might actually be another one, because I'd imagine the flare would have finished by now and the drop would have occurred. So that's either the tail end of that to the southeast of this current location, or maybe that's another one. So now we have teams 10 and 11. Both of these teams drove to Georgia Pal, where they want to loot up. Volume up the game sound. We can definitely do that, sure. Let's go ahead. I'll bump the game sound up a little bit. Let me know if this is too loud or if it is better now. Derek, if I respect you, didn't waste my votes. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for the support, for sure. Please make the game sound louder. Yeah, we made it a little bit louder. Let's see if the volume mix is better. So North George is another areas, and there you go. There is Goku with the super airdrop. Check that out. An AWM as well as an M249, a suppressor for an AR, full level 3, 100 rounds of 5.56, 30 or 20 rounds for the AWM. Oh my goodness, what an awesome drop. And look at that, it's even Halloween themed. And here comes another one. So they must have found 2 flare guns, because that was certainly the triple parachute of another super airdrop dropping in. So that team definitely going to be one to watch later on in the game, because they have at least 2 full sets of level 3 gear plus 4 crate only weapons. So like I was saying, North George, another area where you can easily fit even 3-4 squads at the same time, because there's so much good loot spread out across all of those 3 or 4 story apartments. Michael knocked out early by Team 11, who's rotating down to South George. They have a UAZ. They're driving down across the bridge. They get a nice knock and are going to use that as a cover then to be able to drive down to South George. Nice to hear you, buddy. Thank you, the GS. Who's the best team? We're going to have to find out over the next 2 days and 6 games, because now the qualifications really mean nothing. It's a new, everybody starts out with 0 points. Again, they're going to be earning points per kill as well as points for placement. So the goal is to be aggressive, secure those kills, but don't be so aggressive that you give up an early, an early game exit back to the lobby, giving up those placement points. So Team 10, the only ones left in North George at this point. They have the place to themselves. They are 460 meters outside the play zone, though. Like I said, the play zone is certainly a southerly one for this game. So that could be favoring places like, we haven't seen the minimap yet, but it could be favoring places like Malta Power, maybe, Malta the town, maybe some shelter even. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where that next zone goes. But here we have Team 18. These are the guys who got 2 kills on Team 6 earlier. And look at that, a crossbow with a holographic sight. That is something you don't see too often in tournament play. The crossbow, though, has the 2nd highest power of any weapon in the game, only behind the AWM. It's actually capable of pretty much one-shotting anybody, if you get a headshot, regardless of their level of armor. That reload time, though, oh gosh, and the bolt drop, certainly not the best. So you have to account for that. Here we go, Team 18 taking up refuge on the top of the ruins there, looking down at Team 9. And oh my goodness, how many flare guns are we looking at right now? That looks like 3 flares in the air. How are so many flare guns spawning in? That's going to be a ridiculous number. There's the double flare over there, and I'm pretty sure there's another one to the east. So that means a ton of level 3 gear through those super airdrop crates, or perhaps some bulletproof UAZs. Not my favorite vehicle, honestly, because you can't shoot out of them. Quite honestly, I prefer yeah, there we go, triple flare. That is insane. And there we go, a look at the circle, a hard shift actually to the southwest corner of the map. So it's not going to be favoring Malta or Shelter. Those places are already outside the play zone. And indeed, Godka is actually in the middle of it, with Pachinki also in play, as is a hospital and ferry pier, perhaps a few buildings from Primorsk, certainly the quarry. So Team 12 was looting up military base. They are going to have to move off of a military island pretty soon. We'll have to see if Team 1 wants to contest with a bridge camp opportunity there. But it looks like Teams 16, 13, and 14 are all establishing themselves near the middle of the current zone. We'll see if they take up a compound or perhaps loot up Godka. But, man, what a very, very hard shift to the southwest corner of the island. I don't think we saw one of these in the North America Star Finals. So, interesting to see the differences, the randomness in that map placement. Here we go. Viter is knocked out on the road there. Team 10 with the dual vehicle strategy, you can see taking shots from behind them, enjoying the tracer rounds from a commentating and spectating standpoint for sure. Oh my goodness, has some boost, but that's gosh, about 10% HP. Even a pistol can knock him out at this point very quickly. BRK taking shots with the UMP there with the 4x scope, I believe. Any update on Team 7? I'm commentating this. However, I'm not actually controlling the angles and what we see. So we are going to be watching and commentating on what we're given, basically. So it's a little different coming from hosting custom rooms for you guys. But yeah, I'm sure that if Team 7 is still alive, we will certainly be watching them as this game goes on. Team 9. In the meantime, going to go ahead and grab the loot from the kill they secured earlier. Switches over to an M416 right away. Has a level 3 vest, level 2 armor as well, or a level 2 helmet as well as backpack, and some boost items too. Got a nice extended magazine on that. Certainly a deadly weapon with a red dot, close range. You can see here that the first game is indeed in first-person perspective. We'll have to see if the rest of the games are in third person. I'd imagine so. In the Star Challenge North America Finals, the first game every day was in first-person perspective, and the remaining games were in third person. So we'll have to see if that is the same or not for the South American Star Challenge Finals. Team 5 establishing themselves in a compound, just laying down, using the windows to peek out, but don't want to draw too much attention to themselves. Walson with the M16, Fullock with the UMP. Looks like they have some pretty decent weapons there. One Carlos is running in from Team 18. This is the team we were watching earlier who got that early elimination of, I believe it was 6. 2 team kills to their name. Not that much in the way of armor though. Rocking only level 1 equipment right now. 3 first aid kits though. That's pretty solid, as is the M16 with the 4x on it. But here's another team that rotated into the zone early. They have a barn compound there, the dual story barn, as well as a single story with some crates. They have a 2 vehicle strategy. You can see 2 UAZs, one hardtop, one soft top, outside the compound, parked in between the buildings to potentially hide them from enemy teams who might be crashing from either the east or the west direction. All 6 games are FPP. That's what people are saying. Okay, interesting. So we'll have to see if that is indeed the case or not. And here we go, a rotation by Team 15. Looks like 2 members in that UAZ. And Team 14 going to be engaging with the DP there. DP, quite effective at long range even because of the slower rate of fire. We've watched the Indian YouTuber Mortal use that to great effect in some of his more recent videos. You can see some shots actually coming in through the windows there. So 14 certainly putting down some fire back on Team 10 too. You can see there with the Scar L, taking a look with the 3x. Not going to engage, not going to give away the position, probably thinking it's going to be too difficult to get a knock. And there is the play zone. You can see all the teams who are rotating towards the center of it, thinking that the next zone might be coming in, favoring the current center. Let's take a look at Team 7. Team 7 is actually down to the west of Quarry, so we'll catch up with them later. There aren't that many teams around them currently, so most of the action right now looks like it's going to be centered on the the northern edge of the quarry along that road that takes you from Pachinki all the way down to the quarry. You can see a airdrop smack in the middle there. So it looks like a number of teams might be rotating to that, trying to get that level 3 gear. I can't believe. So Team 12 is actually taking a boat across from Military Island. Team 3 is the only other one currently outside the play zone. And there we go. A pretty hard shift to the southwest once again. Man, we are favoring the southerly side of the map in this one. That means that the quarry is, as well as a ferry pier, those are going to be the places to watch. The quarry, lots of elevation changes. Not too much hard cover in the form of buildings. However, plenty of opportunities to snipe from, I said, little berms and trees and rocks and stuff like that. So certainly an interesting location for a final circle. Here's My Tech again, already has 1 kill, 2 kills for the team. This is one of the teams that has had a lot of popular support, I believe, so we'll be definitely watching them. Their team name is YouTube, so that's pretty cool. Some YouTube content creators there. Got some love for Mortal in the chat, indeed. He is crazy for sure. I think he's ranked 5th or 6th right now on the leaderboard of Asia, 3rd person. Here's Kako, who is chilling with the Scar and the extended magazine. Team 16 is in the next zone, but they do have to watch out a little bit. They are now on the northwesterly edge of it, so we'll have to see if they want to rotate towards the middle more, or if they're content where they are at, and perhaps hoping that the next circle is going to shift up to the north, or maybe the northeast. We've had a number of circles this game who have been closing to the southwest, so will that trend continue, or perhaps will we establish a new direction for the late game? Kano with the Mini 14. Goodness, the Mini 14 with a 4x, I believe. That is the current meta, honestly, for long-range engagements. And here's Team 1. Team 1 and 12, very close to each other in Ferry Pier. So we have one who is established more in the middle of the compound, and then the other guys, oh my goodness. Look at this. We missed the beginning of this engage between 8 and 4. Both are outside the current zone, it looks like, and are going to... looks like we might have a push here. Looks like 8 might be trying to push towards 4's compound, pushing to the west here. They have a pretty nice flanking split there. You can see two members in the middle, one to the south, one to the north, trying to get angles on those who might be peeking windows. But one member is down. Watson is currently down, not bleeding out very quickly, so probably the first time he was not this game. But we'll have to see. Soul Mortal, indeed. He's number 6 right now, but he will be number 1. Yeah, he will. I would think so for sure. Very skilled player. So we'll have to see which teams come out strong, start out strong in this tournament. So Haste, like I said, the southerly flanking component. You can see 2 other members there, Watson and who is that? Can't read that name, but they're on the south, and now it looks like he's going to be rotating up to the north, maybe a 2-2 split. So I would argue that pushing a compound almost always more difficult than defending one in this game, depending on how aggressive you are. But especially when you don't have that much hard cover, I'd rather be the ones behind the building walls, shooting out versus trying to crash a compound and shoot in. Speaking of crashing compounds, Team 18 and 13 looking like they're going to be getting into an engagement very shortly. Team 18 setting up for a position, throwing in what looked to be a stun grenade to the northeast of 13 on the northeast side of the current zone as it starts to close in. Both of those are going to have to rotate out of that position, I'd imagine. We have another shift, and it looks like it's going to be another shift, if I had to guess, to the, I don't know, southwest again. Goodness. 435 meters outside the zone, and this is, yeah, that was a stun grenade. There it goes. This is not the zone you want to be outside of for sure. Derek G. My Tech died. Oh no. Oh no, unfortunately we did not catch that. Again, guys, I am currently watching their clean feed, their live feed, and commentating on what I see, but we can't control the camera, so apologies if we do miss any of the action here. You can see an engagement between teams 14 and 2, I think, right? Yeah, 14 and 2. Team 2 only, or 14 only playing with 3 players in this first game, and 2 of those are still alive. So Space, they have a Scar L able to reload it. Looking for an angle there. Diogo with the DP, and then his teammate with the 5.56 Scar L. Oh man, look at that pumpkin bomb. Looks so cool when those grenades blow up. Little pumpkin animation there. It's actually a pretty scary face, but cool to see. Getting into the festive spirit of Halloween. So this, I believe, is a 4v2, not the position you want to be in for sure. Take a look. Here we go, coming around the side, gets a knock. Teammate able to strike back there, but as low as he is, he has to worry about a push right now. I'm going to try to get a first aid kit off. Diogo is still bleeding out. Runs around, does a little jig there, and is able to kill. Actually, that is the... Yeah, that was the last member of Team 2. So other members of Team 2 must have gone down earlier in the game there. But congratulations there. Space going to live another day. Unfortunately, his teammate is knocked out and finished, though. So he, too, is reduced to, well, 1 person left. Actually has the mummy costume on already. That is one of the more difficult ones to get there. That's actually one of the new, I think it's in a PUBG... Gonna get it wrong, but I'll have to check. I think it's the lucky crate that... Let's actually pull it up right now, off screen. Kano here engaging Team 13, gets 2 nice knocks right away. Team 17 with a fairly decent spread of themselves. They have 3 alive. Unfortunately, 1 does go down there. Team 13, the sole survivor of Team 13, striking back. Going to go ahead and deploy some smoke grenades. Smoke grenades are your best friends this late in the game when trying to... and taking shots from behind him as Team 9, also outside the zone, rotating in, catches him in the back. Oh my goodness. Team 9 also rotating to the zone. Have to watch out though, because now it's going to start to do more damage. You can see this is the zone that I believe does 3 damage per second. They're getting into a UAZ, an open top UAZ, driving into the zone. I'll have to see if 13 is able to... Let's pull this up. Let's take a look right now off screen, because that is a really cool costume for sure. And it is the mummy set in the PUBG Lucky Crate. Yes, so it is indeed the PUBG Lucky Crate. Natsu naded himself. Oh no. Goodness, those are nerves, honestly. Those are probably nerves from the first game. It can happen to anybody. Watching Team 15 over here. Looks like he was deploying a frag grenade there. Play zone knocks out another member of Team 16, unfortunately. Like I said, this is the play zone doing 3% of health per second. The next one does 5%, and that is when it gets very, very difficult to play the zone. You have to be inside it because you will die so quickly. You can see some shots coming in from, I believe, Team 19. No, that's actually... We'll have to rotate back to the left and take a look at who's shooting. Team 20. So 15 does have to move up to the north. Gonna try to perhaps put together a smoke grenade wall, or there's a good idea. Boost up. When you're boosted, you do run faster. You also heal over time. So they're gonna be able to grab some loot from the engagement they won there. And D2R with 6 total kills so far, and 2 members of their squad still alive. Team 12, there you go, gonna grab a Dacia and try to rotate into the zone with that. They do have to watch out there. They're driving straight towards Team 3 right now. Is 3 going to engage or not? No, they're gonna drive right on by. 3 playing a sneaky game there. Has to start running into the zone though. Outside the play zone, like I said, 5% per second. That is very difficult to out-heal unless you have a ton of boost items. Gonna drive towards 15. Gonna go try to run them over. Unfortunately, just misses to the right. Now they're outside the play zone. Gonna be driving around the corner of it, and now they're coming up on teams 10, 20, and 8. Oh my goodness. Shot from behind. They have not made friends with Team 15, who they tried to almost run over just a couple seconds ago. 3% per second, going to go to 5% per second now. Like I said, this is when the play zone gets deadly. Play zone getting 2 members right there, knocking and finishing. Watson and SJJ. Michael gets another kill. We were watching him earlier. 2 more deaths to the play zone. Oh my goodness. Play zone, a cruel person this late in the game, for sure. Or cruel entity, perhaps. Here we go. Now Team 19 revealing their position. They weren't earlier, but now they're going to jump up, and all of a sudden, a huge engagement between Team 19 and 15. I'm pretty sure 19 comes out on top. They're able to wipe out 15. Does lose a member who gets finished off, though. So Teams 19 now reduced to a duo as well. Not much cover. They have to move up to the northwest, and unfortunately, they're going to be out in the open here. Let's see if they try to deploy smokes, or perhaps they're just going to run it in. Nice Groza there, Goku. I'd imagine that was from that super airdrop we watched earlier in the game. And a teammate with the Groza too. Oh my goodness, Groza is some of the best. You can see bullets flying through from the compound there from their west. Like I said, no cover here. Very, very difficult. They're going to try to get behind the smokes. I don't think it's going to be enough. Unfortunately, Goku, sole survivor there. His teammate goes down and really doesn't have anywhere to go. No hard cover in sight. You have some bushes, some trees, and some smokes, but that's about it. Now let's jump over to teams 12 and 20 who are engaging. You can see this is the compound that was in the previous circle, but not in the next one. So each of these teams 10, 20, and 12, also going to have to rotate into the zone. Oh my goodness, 5 DPS. It's going from 5 to, I think, 8 per second. 8% per second. That gets absolutely deadly. You can see they're trying to survive outside the zone, trying to tank the damage, getting some kills there, but he's going to die to the play zone too. I think everybody, now I'm not sure, but I think almost everybody in that compound is going to die to the play zone or die to each other, because it's just doing so much damage at this point. Wesley with a nice knock there and kill with the DP. Nice to see you. Nice to see you commentating. Thank you. King Gamer 007 or 007. Wesley with the DP there. Miguel with the, looks like a DP also, right? Dual DP from teams 12. So we're actually down to 4 alive, 3 teams left. So Goku unfortunately was killed. And we've got Wesley and Michael, who are team XG. Team 10 rotating to the, looks like the west or northwest side of the zone. This is a tough zone. The next one has no cover at all. You've got grass. That's it. Look at that. We actually have a crate, so somebody could use that Halloween-themed crate as cover, but that's about it. So I'd imagine we're going to be getting a lot of snakes in the grass right now trying for position, because the point differential between a first, second, and third place, and there you go, Space is killed, the sole survivor of that team, so he goes down instantly when he's knocked. So it's 2v1 right now, and like I was saying, the positioning points, the difference between first, second, and third is substantial. So we'll take a look, but I'd imagine first is going to be around 500. Second is only around 380, maybe 360, and then third is like 300. So a huge difference there. So every position matters at this point in the game for sure. You can see the only hard cover in the zone is that pumpkin-themed or Halloween-themed crate there in the middle of it. So we have a rotation, a sneaky rotation of Team 10. They're actually going to split up and going to start pushing towards Team 4. Well, Team 4 actually has to push towards them, so that is not the position you want to be in when you are a 1v2. Going to go ahead, use that last boost item there. Has a very damaged level 1 vest, and unless EXG can pull something out here, some excellent play with that M4 with the holographic sight, I have to think that Team 10 is going to take this with 2 members and a pretty decent split between them. Wesley still doesn't know where they are. Just scanning with that 4 times on the DP. You can see they are going to be trying to use that crate as cover. The crate is bulletproof. You can't shoot through it. So that's one of the only pieces of hard cover in the game currently. And here we go. EXG working his way forward. You can't survive outside the play zone this late in the game. You have to get into it. He has to crawl to them. They're all within pretty close range of each other, so pretty soon you're going to have to listen for those footsteps. Turn up your game sound. How many players died from the zone? I would guess at least like 20 to 30. A lot of them. The zone, like I said, a cruel entity this late in the game for sure. Listening. Waiting. Play zone is shrinking. Here we go. 4 versus 10. The next zone is going to be closing symmetrically. That means that's closing evenly as a circle. So you can see a nice Molotov there thrown where he thinks that enemy player may be. A frag grenade just overshoots, clips him a little bit. Oh my goodness, so scary when those things go off with those little, like, I don't know what that is exactly, but like a ghost face. Clip that ghost face, Derek G. Wesley jockeying for position. He is actually getting up. He sees Team 4. They're going to fire and finish him off. So Michael actually gets the final kill of the match. There you go, your first place team with 7 overall kills. Team 2, actually no kills. They just played a smart positioning game. Third place team, only 3 players. And with 3 players, they're able to get 6 kills and place third. That is impressive by Space M. Let's see if any other teams stand out as far as kill count. The 4th place also got 9. We have 4, 5, 7 for 5th place. 6th also only has 3 people. So some of these 3-member teams, I mean, that is certainly a disadvantage as far as firepower. But if you're playing for position, you're playing the zone smartly, you can see that they were able to overcome that disadvantage and place pretty high. So we have Baraka and the rest of BRK in 7th with a number of kills too. Looks like 8 kills for that team. So pretty even distribution. Oh my goodness, like on North America, we had some games where there were certain teams who got 20 kills or more in a single game. So this one, a fairly even split. So who won? XG. XG won. They were, what were they? Team 10, I think, right? And I say we can check that out for sure as we scroll through the rest of the standings. You see Android Gamer. Let's take a look at where Team YouTube placed, because there was a lot of interest in them, and they unfortunately placed 13th, so not the worst. But MyTech and the rest of Team 13 going to have to play catch-up over the next 5 games. They have 3 kills with a 13th place position. Team 15, Sync, able to get 5 kills super early, but then they do die. So pretty sure they were caught out on a road, I think. And there you go in 20th position. Unfortunately, IG, plenty of time to make up those points, but they're the ones who, Mr. Bug, we were watching him early on. He was trying to escape towards, I think it was towards like Yasnaya, but wasn't able to cross the river, got stuck behind a rock, and finished off by Team 18 it was. So not 18th place, but Team 18. So there you go. We are back at the commentator desk here as they are providing analysis. Again, thank you to Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Looks like he's playing around with his Samsung Galaxy Note 9 right there. An excellent phone to play PUBG Mobile on. I actually play on one myself. You get 60 FPS, very smooth experience. You also have that pretty neat S Pen, which is a lot of fun to just play around with, draw with. You can actually use it as a remote camera shutter now for taking those group selfies. You can use it to play pause music, I think, too. You can write memos on the screen. I am guilty of often forgetting to put together a shopping list, so if I need to pick up something from the store, that's what I do. I actually pull out my S Pen, I write up a little memo on the screen when I am looking in my fridge, wondering what I need to buy, and then later I go to the store, pull out that note, and there you have it, a very easy way to remember what you needed. Actually, I've even drawn out plans for silly little inventions within stuff. It's very, very high quality, that S Pen. You can actually, if you make the point fine enough, you can actually like sketch out legitimate. I'm not an artist by any means, but you can sketch out some pretty awesome stuff on it. Reaching to 400 people watching. Star Challenge. This is the Star Challenge South America Day 1 Finals. So again, just taking a look at the commentators there, enjoying their Samsung Galaxy Note 9 phones. And here we go. I would imagine they are going to be getting into the standings fairly soon. Just taking a look at it, showing perhaps how to play PUBG Mobile. You can play it many different ways. Some players play with thumbs. Some players use 3 fingers in a claw grip. Some use 4, and I've even seen a 5-finger claw grip on YouTube. So lots of opportunity, lots of different ways you can enjoy the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 playing PUBG Mobile. It's 4 a.m. Thank you for watching from India. Oh my goodness. That is dedication right there, watching from 4 a.m. When will the second tournament begin? Day 2? It will begin in 23 hours and 15 minutes, I think. It starts at 6 p.m. my time is when the actual match starts. So, you know, basically a day from now, minus 45 minutes. How are you, Derek? I'm doing well. Enjoying an opportunity to do something a little bit different. Definitely going to get better at it as I practice more. It's definitely a different experience when you're not controlling the spectating. So for those of you who are not familiar, I usually host custom rooms on my channel, and we have a lot of fun. And we follow, you know, the team, see who's rotating where. But it's a little different when you have somebody else controlling the camera and controlling those spectating viewpoints, because you know, you're forced to more so watch the engagements evolve and, you know, try to keep tabs on, you know, which teams are rotating where. And then, you know, in one sense, it's easier because you don't have to worry about commentating and also controlling everything. But on the other hand, you know, I see you guys in the chat. Sometimes you want to see the mini map, want to see where a certain team is. We had a lot of love for MyTech and the YouTube team in the comments, but we were wondering where they're rotating to. So I'm from Algeria, from India. The audio is out. Yes. So the audio is, this is a clean feed. So all we're getting is game audio. So no commentary. You can see that was an early engage. That panda unfortunately goes down. I love that panda head, but unfortunately gets caught out by himself. And here we go. Here was Mr. Bug, who was trying to escape. The rest of his team was dead. He was actually to the north of Watertown there, not Yaz. He was trying to escape across the river, unable to do so. Michael gets knocked there. This is the team. Team 10 ultimately ends up winning it. But Michael got knocked in that position, and that allowed the other team, who was looting up Georgopol, to escape to the south in that UAZ. You see Team 14 just barely gets that first aid kit off, runs around, is able to finish off Team 2 there. Beautiful finish. His teammate was knocked, and he was able to still make it happen. Here's Team 17, who spotted 13. 13, unfortunately, unable to get behind cover. And 2 of them go down immediately. And here we go, almost a running over by Team 12 here. Halls swerves at the last second, unfortunately misses him. And that ends up biting them in the back because another team was rotating in behind them and ended up taking them out. Bro, we eat chicken after we win. Yes, for sure. A chicken dinner, that is what everybody wants. Team 19, Goku, excellent play by them, but unfortunately, they're throwing up that smoke wall, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. No hard cover, had to rotate, weren't able to get away from all these teams who were shooting them from the compound, teams 12, 20, and 10, and that was the end of their day. So you can see here, Team 10, Wesley, taking some nice shots, able to finish off the third place Team 14, guaranteeing that 4 gets second place. It was a 2v1 and very, very difficult to do much in that situation, especially when you don't have cover. Mieta M4 had a holographic on it. I agree with that choice for sure for short-range combat, but only so much you can do when you're facing 2 gun barrels shooting both at you. And he had a level 1 vest that was almost completely dead before he went into the engage. So only so much you can do in that sort of situation. No matter though, a second place finish still going to give him a lot of placement points for sure. And that's what was so interesting about this. Here we go. Here are the standings after the first game. Penguins in last place, unfortunately, with only 100 points, as are Invictus Gaming and ALK. Plenty of time, though, to make up. YouTube 4 Gaming, we were watching them earlier. Team, they're actually 14th in the standings right now with 3 kills, 160 points for them. So it looks like kills are 15 points per kill. So that's the same as it was in North America. And you see red dot team, and the kills were very even. I'm so curious if that's going to continue in these next couple games or not. Then look at that, Untech or UNK Tech, Tech, actually in second place. A lot of that is based on kills. There is Xname Gaming, who they were the second place team. 365 points from positioning, but no kills there. So they're actually in 4th place in the standing, losing out to teams with more kills. Space Monkeys, I love that name. They are currently in 3rd with 6 kills. And like I said, kills are pretty even. You have a lot of 7s, a lot of 8s, 9s on that. Actually, not a lot of 8s, but you have a lot of 5 to 10 kill teams right now. So that means that nobody is pulling ahead all that much so far, at least. So we'll have to see if that continues or not, but if you get a game where a team ends up getting, say, 20 kills, 25 kills, that can allow them to dominate the leaderboards. That's what we saw early on in the North America Finals with Team Gates and Gangstars winning 2 games apiece that first day and really putting themselves out ahead of 3rd place. But this tournament is young, and there are still 2 more games today, and then 3 more tomorrow. So there's still 5 more games of the South America Star Challenge Finals to determine which 2 teams, I think it's 2 teams, I'll check on that, but I think it's 2 teams go to Dubai to compete in the global finals. So here we go, some more commentary from the desk. We'll take a look at some of these questions you guys have in the chat while we wait. If you guys have any questions for me, is Derek G the narrator? Indeed, I am. They say no cameras or anything today, just commentating on the feed. But indeed, it is Derek G. Lots of love in the chat. Indeed, guys. I know that there's some disagreement, but if we can get along, that is certainly good for everybody. We also have streams with Portuguese commentary as well as Spanish commentary, so if that's more your thing, you guys can certainly watch those. What we're doing here is we are watching this feed, a clean game feed, so it's just game audio, and I'm commentating in English over what's happening, or at least trying to. That is the goal. So I think the next match starts in around 8 minutes or so. I think it's supposed to start around the top of the hour. So until then, I'll take a look at the comments. And I will also take a look at the Star Challenge to determine how many teams from South America are making it to Dubai. So we know it's at least 1. I think it's 2. Let's take a look here. Take a look at that video that Powerbang made or narrated a little while ago. Let's pull that up and see what we've got. I'm pretty sure it varies based on... Oh no, it's actually 1 team. So unless something has changed, South America, only the top team from South America makes it to Dubai. So let me know in the comments if that has changed or not. But it looks like, according to this little video, North America, 3 teams. South America, 1 team. Europe, 2. Asia, 3. China, 2. Korea, Japan, 2. So only the top team makes it to Dubai from South America. So that means that if a team can rack up 20 or more kills and really put themselves ahead of the competition early, that could be very, very beneficial going into tomorrow. Love from Pakistan. Thank you for watching from Pakistan. We also have some people watching from India, some people from America. Shout out from India. I see you there in the chat. Hey, the lettuce boy. Shout out to the lettuce boy. I love that name. Friend me. Did you send me a friend request? We'll take care of that all after this. But check out that Samsung Galaxy Note 9 there, sponsor of the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. He's not playing PUBG Mobile currently on it, but it is one of the best phones to play the game on with that 6.4-inch display, very vibrant colors, and smooth 60 frames per second. It's what I still used for a lot of my streaming as well as a lot of the videos I produce on the channel, and you guys always remark that they're nice and smooth. Well, a lot of that has to do with what device you're playing the game on, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 definitely one of the, if not the best device. Here we go. The S Pen is out and active. So it looks like he's currently closing apps on it, but that S Pen is capable of doing a lot on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for sure. Let's actually pull it out right here. You can hear that satisfying click there. Let's see if we can get that on video. There you go. Or audio. Let's take a look at what options we have. We can view notes, we can write on the screen, we can live message, we can also translate. That's something that I actually used when I was making a video or two about the Chinese version of the game, is you can actually use the translation feature of the S Pen and mouse, or rather hover over text with that pen, and you'll get a rough translation of what it's saying. So very useful when you are playing the, like I said, the Chinese version, either the Quantum and Lightspeed or the Teamy version, and you want a nice, simple translation. One man watching from Germany. Shout out to them. Shout out to whoever's watching from Germany. I use the S9 Plus. That's also an excellent Samsung phone for sure. Still messing around with that S Pen. It's a nice color too. The yellow really accents well against the blue of the phone. So not sure what they're writing on it right now, but whatever it is, it's probably rather important. Oh, he has indeed drawn a message. So I'm going to go ahead and close my blinds here. It's currently getting dark. As we wait for the next game to start. I think I'll adjust the mic up a little bit, maybe stand up for this next one. Move this little camera out of the way. As we wait for the next match to start, we have co-host also drawing something with that Samsung Galaxy Note 9 S Pen, and he has drawn PMSC. I'm pretty sure that is the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. That is what he has drawn there. So perhaps is adding some fill colors or maybe some accents to that, but it's pretty cool. Love from Canada. Thank you for watching from Canada. Denmark. From New Delhi. New Jersey watcher. New Jersey is not a country. Love from El Pozo indeed. Haven't seen too much of Miramar recently, but definitely a fun map in its own right. Plays very different than Sanhok. Oh yeah, he is filling it in. Is filling in the color there. You see that they are currently reading some tweets from some of the, I'd imagine some spectators. That's cool. Always to have fan support for the game. Love from Military Base. Let me know, guys. Let only noobs rock level 2 vests. I don't know, the level 2 vests, I mean, it's solid. 40% damage reduction. Not the 55% of a level 3 vest, but by no means is it bad. I mean, I'll take a level 2 vest over a level 1 or nothing any day. Love from France, India, China, Germany. We've got viewers from all over right now. That's awesome. Awesome. Good to see that for sure. And let me know, what's your favorite place to drop while we're waiting? What's your favorite place to drop on Sanhok? You know, we'll say the new Tropical Rainforest map, that 4x4 kilometer map for PUBG Mobile, introduced with 8.0 that was introduced? I think it was 0.8.0. Let me know, where's your favorite place? Is it perhaps Boot Camp, or maybe it's Paradise Resort? Maybe it's one of the the camps, Camp Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Painan. I mean, we've got so many awesome options for sure. Let me know. Still drawing with that S Pen, having a fun time. Level 40. Don't mess with me. Resort Ruins. Yeah, the Ruins are solid too. That's another excellent choice. The Ruins, or the I think it's called like the Sunken Temple on some other translations. But yeah, lots of good loot, lots of corners and stuff. And oh my goodness, here we go. The second game is upon us in a very similar plane route, again to the eastern side. This one's more of a north to south. The first one was north to southeast. But we've got a couple teams who are going for Stauber again, maybe. We've got Novo in play, Farm, Malta Power, of course, Prison, Pachinki if you want to float to it, Rozhok and School, Severny. Looks like Team 5 might be going for Severny. But Georgopol, no love for Georgopol this game. We'll have to see, or Zarki either. We'll have to see if any teams decide to grab a vehicle from one of those garages and then drive over to Georgopol. It's hard to think that no team is going to do that because the loot is just so good there that, I mean, and I have to think at least one team is going to take the time to do that. And here we go, Team 2, again with a split between Severny, or Stauber rather, and one of the compounds to the north there. Not the best loot usually found in those northerly compounds around the north side of the island, but you never know. You could have some surprises there. You can see a number of teams floating towards Pachinki. We'll have to see if they're going for a vehicle to Georgopol, or Team 7 actually getting in a vehicle right away. Are they going to be driving up towards George or not? They're going to have to drive through Rozhok, where Team 9 has already situated themselves. 2 teams drop military base, 1 for Novo. It looks like a Malta Factory is also going to be contested unless one of those, either 18 or 20, peels off. 18 gets into a vehicle right away, and looks like they're going to be getting out of there, maybe driving to Malta instead. And there's the circle. The circle is favoring the north side of the island this time. So after a southwest close, the first game in those fields, this one could be anywhere but a northerly shift. So that means all the teams on Military Island are going to have to rotate off of it by the first circle, most likely, because they're going to be very far outside the compound. And Team 7 indeed is going for Georgopol. Not sure if they are watching the stream or not. They can't be, but it's funny to think that they were the ones we were watching early on, and they are going to be the ones going to Georgopol for that excellent loot. Going for a car in the north. Yeah, we're going to have a number of teams who are going. Derek, love your voice. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Give it a like on YouTube. It helps me out. Helps the PUBG Mobile community out too. Let me know if the game sound is too loud when the gunfire goes off, or if it's just right, and I can certainly adjust that. So here is Goku. We were watching them earlier. Unfortunately died due to lack of cover in one of the final circles. Looting up those military apartments. There's a VSS as well as a shotgun, an M4. Some pretty decent loot can usually be found in these buildings. There are 3 of them. 1 to the north, 1 to the south, and 1 to the west. And they are hotly contested now between teams 19 and 6. See, Goku has to heal, as well as his teammate there, already falling victim to an early engage with Team 6. Nobody got knocked, but you definitely want to be the highest. And actually, oh no, never mind. 1 player died, but not from this team. So already 77 left alive. I think there are 2 teams playing with 3 players, though. So that would be 1 team losing a member. I think it was Team 6. And another member of Team 6 is running towards Team 11 right now. That is not good because they're 2 strong versus 4 strong. Mr. Bug. Good to see Mr. Bug again. We were watching him early last game. Unfortunately met an early demise. And oh no! Curse of the commentator. Mr. Bug is knocked again. Oh my goodness. Team 6 not in good shape right now. They already have a player knocked. They've already lost a player, I think, too. And now they're getting pushed by Team 11. Oh my goodness, not the position you want to be in. Team 6 is able to get a knock on Tommy, though. So we'll have to see if 11 returns the favor or not. But so Python, unfortunately, already killed. He was killed in the military apartment building we were looking at earlier. Mr. Bug is knocked out and bleeding out. His teammate gets a nice knock on Team 11 and is going to take the opportunity to revive Mr. Bug. So Mr. Bug indeed has found new life thanks to his teammate, and they are going to probably have to be a little wary of Team 11 here. Nice shots again with the M4. Nice peek around the corner of the building. This is in first-person perspective, so it looks like a number of you said early on that all the games are in first person for the South America Finals, and indeed the second game is as well. Goku is back. Indeed he is. And I'm so curious to see if he plays, if he's going to do better or not as far as finding some hard cover, because I don't think there's anything wrong with the way they played the game. They just were subject to a very rough shift from the circle. They had to move to the west, and the teams in that compound already established themselves. They had no cover. Goku used the smokes, tried to avoid them, and unfortunately was unable to come through for his team. Mr. Bug firing at Seb4 firing back. And here's Team 16. This is the one with MyTech as well as the YouTubers that has gotten quite a bit of attention. They're on the south side of Pochinki right now in one of those drainage ditches. You see he's got a UMP, has a level 2 armor, level 1 helmet, level 2 backpack, some bandages, a boost item. Might want to use that karma. You can boost up, use that painkiller bottle. 60% boost. A nice nade there. Nitsu with a nice nade and a knock. So early game engaged between teams 13 and 16 in Pochinki. This is one you definitely want to win. Don't want to go out early. You remember, there are only two people who have died so far. So if you go out right now, you're going out in 20th position. Oh no, Karma gets knocked now. Unfortunately, Karma is knocked by a Tommy gun. I have to see if he's going to be able to be saved or not. You can hear the enemies. They're very, very close to each other. Oh no, MyTech goes down too. They get a knock. Here we go. Kiko is trying, running around, spinning around, but oh my goodness, what a clutch play by Nitsu. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but excellent play by him. Pretty sure he just single-handedly saved his teammates, and I think everybody's going to be able to get picked up too. So wow, what a close engage. But Team 16 pulls it out, and they are not going to be the first team out. They instead have 4 kills, and will have every player left alive at the end of that. So, my goodness, early action in Pochinki paying off. Now they have the place to themselves, are going to be able to easily loot up some awesome equipment there before having to rotate. I mean, Pochinki is in the current zone, so they don't have to worry about rotating right away. Here's Fullock, who is driving in on the motorcycle. I have to be a little careful of Team 2, who's right off to his northeast right now. See Team 5 and 2. That's what we're talking about. Fullock is driving away. Oh no, and he gets knocked and the vehicle blows up. So unfortunately, trying to reposition that vehicle, and it does not pay dividends. Instead, he is rewarded with a nice knock by Team 2, who played pretty well last game. You know, they made it into definitely the top 10. And it looks like, where are they? Not 100% sure. Is this Severny up to the north? That's what I think. I think this is Severny. Yes. So not the most familiar with the terrain in Severny, the building layout. Haven't been there that many times myself, just because it is indeed north of where most people end up, especially if you're dropping places like Yaz or Pochinki. RDT, rest of Team 3, actually looting up the southerly apartments of Yaz right now. So, yes, Naya has some awesome loot. Like I was saying in the last game, you can usually have 2 or 3 teams in this location without anybody necessarily shooting each other. You can loot in good spirits and rotate out of places like this or Georgiapal without any interference, and that is nice because, again, you do not want to die this early. This is how these pro matches are generally played. You have, I'd say, oh no, dies to the play zone there, or actually just dies bled out. So that was the member who was shot out of the UAZ as he was trying to rotate around by Severny. But you do not want to go out this early because these circles, I'd say 15 minutes into the game, almost everybody is still alive. That's very, very different than a classic game or even a custom room with 100 real people. In these tournament style games, it's all about surviving. Those placement points, so important. You get 100 if you go out early. So you're not leaving empty-handed. You do get 100 points, but as you move up into the top 5 or so positions, you're talking 250 points or more just based on position. And that, in addition to getting some kills, can mean big points in the standings. YouTube headquarters is in Los Angeles, actually, very close to where we were for the Star Challenge NA. It's about 40 minutes or so away, depending on traffic. Nice peak there. Looks like a 4x scope. Here we go. Counter operations by Team 17 in that 3-story. You can see a look at the map there. Like I said, a northerly circle allows you to stay in Georgiapal, Severny, Rozhok, dead center right now. School and school apartments, also great plays. Pachinki, that's not outside the circle either. Not too bad. You see Team 19, the sole survivors or the last people on military base. We also have Team 10 with the 2-vehicle strategy looting up Quarry. It looks like they might have been coming from Primorsk. They are going to be rotating into the safe zone too. Blue zone doesn't do too much early on, so you can easily out-heal that with some bandages and some boost items. Here we go, next circle, and it's, I'd say a soft shift to the east, so not too bad. And Rozhok, man, look at that. Rozhok almost dead center still. I'm curious if we're going to see any teams taking up positions there, maybe waiting for other guys and girls to run in and try to crash their location. Rozhok was the site of one of, I think it was the first game of the North America Star Challenge Finals, and oh my goodness, was it insane. We had, I want to say, 15 teams in Rozhok in the final circles. It was ridiculous. People were shooting from every direction. Oh my goodness. We'll have to see if the game replicates a similar circle for this game, or perhaps if it's going to shift off of Rozhok and all those players, lobbying for positions, setting up there, going to have to rotate again. That does seem to be the nature of this game, though. You see lobbying for position in, yes, Naya right now. We have 3 teams. Teams 1, 3, and I think 17. So just running around, playing nice so far. Nobody wants to be the 19th position team for sure. Team 3 on the western extent. There are some nice apartment buildings too. That's why, I mean, there's so many of these large 3 or 4-story apartments, 4 at the roof apartments that have pretty decent loot in them, that you can easily just loot 1 or 2 of those by yourself and you'll have decent gear. The rest of your team does the same thing, and there are so many of those in Georgiapal and Yasnaya that multiple teams can loot in close proximity and you'll never see our people. Uh-oh. Team 16 in trouble here. That's Nitsu, I think, yeah. Or Nitsu, who is behind a rock, has crashed his buggy against a rock, throws down a ton of smokes. Look at that smoke cloud, and now the rest of Team 16 is firing at the roof of the school apartment that this team number 8, is on. Team 8 adjusting for position, firing again at Nitsu. Oh no, and he does go down. So he throws more smokes. He tries to get into the smokes. Now they're shooting into it, and it does not look good. Team 16 is going to lose a member. I'm not sure what role Nitsu plays. I'm not sure if he's their in-game leader, their driver, or something like that with a vehicle. I have to think he might be their driver, though. And if that's the case, that is not a position you want to be in this early in the game, because losing someone that important this early, not good. And actually, MyTech driving up with a Dacia, going to try to save his teammate here. He's going to have to throw down smokes by himself, though, because otherwise he is also going to start taking shots. He's taking lots of shots, actually, in the Dacia. He's thinking better of it. And he drops off one of his teammates to revive. So that was actually, what an interesting strategy there. That was all, I'd imagine, all strategy to revive his teammate by dropping off a second player and then drawing away the fire from them. So now MyTech is driving away in a wider arc towards the two members of his squad. They were able to get Nico up, and that was actually a really cool play. Actually, it looks like everybody was dropped off there. So relocation of Team 16. Smart play. You can see the tracers. Yes, this is a... Oh no, MyTech is down. Let's see if he does get revived. Taking shots. Lots of shots. You can see there the smoke grenades have faded. And now Team 8 opening fire on that vehicle. No more ammo for the UMP, though. So Watson has plenty in his Scar L, though. So he is going to keep firing, but his teammate had to stop temporarily. Ran out of ammo for the UMP. Not able to blow up the car. A little surprised they couldn't get the car down there. It was sitting there for a while. Now they're going to be looking to the southeast, wondering where Team 16 rotated to. Well, they are no longer there. Wide arc again around the hillside, driving back towards the compound they were at earlier, and everybody's going to be able to get out of that one alive, although MyTech is at very low health. So the tracers are a new feature of PUBG Mobile 0.9.0 or 0.9.1. It's a feature designed for people commentating or spectating a match. That way you can see easier where guys are getting shot from. So, you know, we could see earlier when MyTech was going for that rescue, or actually when Nitsu was knocked out initially, we could see that Team 16 was firing from this compound up towards the school apartments. So it allowed us to easily figure out why the air team was unable to finish off the member they had downed. Derek G's commentating right. Indeed, it is. This is Derek G on the commentary. Karma gets a double knock. Very nice. Who was that? Oh no, unfortunately he rotated away from that fight. Wish we could go back there and take a look. But Team 16, looks like Team 10. 10 might have been trying to crash their compound, or maybe was just driving by. Another zone, another soft shift to the east. That means it's going to be favoring school. School apartments. Rozhok is still in it. And the the garage compound where Team 16 currently is. That's where one of those vehicle spawns is. So, oh my goodness. All of a sudden, Team 16, I know they're a fan favorite. Looks like they have a pretty good position here, and they have all 4 members still left alive. So Severny no longer in the circle. So Team 2 going to have to drive down south. Team 5 also making their rotation in. Battle between 1 and 3, the 2 teams who are still in Yesnaya. They're going to have to rotate to the southwest, and they might not want to wait. There aren't that many compounds. We're starting to get to the point in the game where you could conceivably rotate to Rozhok still, or school, but there aren't that many compounds near the center of the current zone. So have to see if that comes into play or not. Team number 1, nice little peek there on this apartment. They know Team 3 is right across the street from them. There we go, a rotation. Gonna try to shoot him as he gets into the building, and oh no, the corn suit doesn't protect him. Gonna try to crawl around side, and he is able to do that. So not down and out, but down for sure. And let's see if they take this opportunity to push, or if they're going to sit back, let that member get revived, and then potentially engage again in a couple minutes. Ooh, Team 4, quick knockout, quick double knockout by Team 12 there. They're on the eastern edge of the next circle in a compound. And only one is going to survive this, for sure. This is going to be a battle to the death. We'll see which team comes out on top. It looks like Team 4 is running away. Or at least one member. I don't know if he's going for a flank or what, but one of them was just kind of running towards the north there and gets knocked. Not sure what sort of strategy that was, but we'll see. Grenades are going out. Grenades with the bats and the spooky pumpkin. Oh my goodness, there's a UAZ hidden nicely behind the back of the house there. This is a decent compound. You have a decent roof there, but unfortunately, you are exposed to people who are on the north of your position on the hill. Better with tracers. Yeah, so tracers aren't in the actual game. They're just a tool for us spectators or commentators to be able to better tell where shots are coming from. I'm pretty sure you can turn them on or off too. Pretty sure it's an option you can set. Nightsu on top of the roof. Great positioning against Team 17 there. Gets a nice knock behind a rock. But oh no, another team is pushing on Team 16. So we'll have to see if they can defend this compound or not. They have an excellent spot, but Keiko gets knocked right away. Karma is able to get a knock himself. MyTech gets a knock. MyTech gets a finish. Oh my goodness. An engagement between Team 16. This allows Team 17 to be able to reposition or heal. 17 is going to be busy with 20 though. So lots of jockeying for these middle compounds. These are the ones that are in the middle of the zone. These are the ones all the players are going to want to fight over. So this could be Team 16's game here. They have 5 kills already. Let's see if they can follow it up with some more. Unfortunately, it looks like Keiko does go down, so they're 3 strong now. And they're going to have to take out Team... I have to think they're going to have to take out Team... what is that, 11 or 8? Whatever team is also in their compound there, 11. Yeah, Team 11, they're not going to be able to share this compound. It's not one of those ones. Not like a Yesnaya or a Georgia Pal. Only one team can really survive here. 17 and 20 are still engaged to their northeast, so that means that they're not going to get third party. But it looks like a 3v3 between teams 16 and 11. Again, it's quite a few minutes into the game. I'd say probably 22 minutes into the game, but still 17 teams left alive. So you do not want to die this early still. And we've got Team 11 rotating away. Team 11 is deciding to run. They are in their vehicle and running away. Let's see if 17 or 16 rather challenges. No. Instead, we're going to go to 17 and 20. This engage we were talking about earlier. It looks like the member of Team 17 who was knocked by the rock by MyTech earlier. He, I think it was MyTech. He has bled out. So Team 17 against Team 20. And what is this? These are the school apartments. Now we have Team 11 and 8. So 11 rotates over here and all of a sudden has to worry about Team 8 now. So MyTech gets another knock, gets a double knock. MyTech is going crazy this game, gets another knock. Oh my goodness, what is going on? MyTech gets a finish, another finish, and another one. Man, that is incredible. That was probably a squad wipe. And Nightsu also gets a knock. Goodness, this YouTube squad definitely coming back very strong. We have a player in a tree. I don't know if I've made a video about this yet, but basically you can jump off of the roof of one of the school apartments onto that tree. And it's great camouflage. You are not protected. It's a soft cover. You're not protected by bullets, but it's certainly a rather interesting position. If you're playing for position, if the rest of your team is dead, just hide there. Team 12 gets out. They're running into the compound, and the tree is shooting. It's a very aggressive tree species, shooting down at the ground. Here we go. Team 12 and 11 now engaging. And this is what happens. This is what happens when you start to get a smaller zone. So, all of a sudden we have a ghillie inside the building, but everybody is fighting over the same 3, 4, 5 compounds near the middle of the zone that are great. Is Derek G the commentator? Yes, I am. I'll also be here tomorrow to commentate the 3 games that are going to be taking place tomorrow for the South America Star Challenge Finals. So this is game 2 of the day. We have one more game after this. And lots of action in this one. Oh no, Michael, this was the team that won last game. They are down. It looks like they are going to be out too. It looks like Mr. Bug, who we were watching earlier, looks like he's going to get a squad wipe on the team that won the first game. So lots of positioning for points still up for grabs. I said this is only the second game out of 6 total. 3 today, 3 tomorrow. So lots of time for teams like YouTube to make up some points after a disappointing first game. And the teams that are on top right now, they have to keep playing well. Otherwise, they won't be there for long. The play zone is starting to kill players. The play zone is getting aggressive, doing more damage. Mr. Bug with another kill. He almost died super early in this one on military base, was revived by his teammate. Excellent revive there. And now he is doing work with that DP-28. Next zone looks like it has shifted to the north, maybe. So lots of people in school apartments, and not for much longer. We have a tree. 8 is still in the tree, still hiding. You can see him up in the top of the tree there. And, well, he's going to have to unfortunately move too. Rozhawk also not in the circle. So the circle actually might have shifted to the east again. Hopefully we get another look at the minimap. That way we'll have a better idea of where teams are going to have to rotate to. 14 teams still alive, 26 minutes into this game. That is why playing for position, these games tend to get crazy at the end, because everybody tries to survive until the end, and then all of a sudden you have so many teams in a very small area. So MyTech taking shots is the... Oh, he still has two members of his team who are alive. They're almost in next circle. Yeah, next circle was a hard shift to the north of the current one, looks like. And as a result, they might be able to gatekeep quite a few teams who are down at apartments. So gatekeeping is the act of denying a team the ability to rotate into a circle by being in the next circle or near the next circle and then shooting the guys or girls as they are running in. Here's Nova. Team Nova gets knocked. One of his teammates gets knocked, rather. 3 of them are down. So Flash Zito is the sole survivor there. One of his teammates gets finished off, unfortunately. Looks like they're by the river. They're playing the north end of the north end of the next zone currently. You've got Mr. Bug. There he is. Oh no, he's taking shots and is downed by the oh my gosh, I'm gonna blank on the name. The VSS with its built-in 4 times crazy bullet drop and quiet operation. With an extended quick draw, or even extended, it's pretty good. Without the extended, my personal opinion is the reload is pretty slow, and just the bullet damage per second with only 10. Well, it's like they're actually using the bridge to their advantage there. They found a little spot there. But with only 10 bullets and a long reload time, not my favorite. Rather of something like the Mini 14. So the next zone is a hard shift to the left of the current one. That means that almost everybody who's still alive has to rotate into it. And there are only a couple buildings actually in the next zone. So we'll have to see which teams try to set up position there. Flash Zito with the VSS again. Rip Mr. Bug. No! Unfortunately. Yeah, Mr. Bug, though, we'll have to see where they end up on the leaderboard, but they've gotten quite a few kills this game, too. No, he's still alive. He was picked up by his teammate. So they're still alive, but Team 6 does have quite a ways to rotate into the zone, which is going to be closing in just about 10 seconds. So we'll have to see if they can complete that rotation or not, because it's not going to be a kind one. There are a number of teams already on the northeast corner of the next zone, and that's where they're going to have to try to go. So Torelli has a Car 98 with a red dot, or an M4 with 4 times. That's probably a little better for this sort of engage. And Nightsu, oh no, is bleeding out. And is there anybody else left alive? No, that is it. So YouTube team, they got a lot of kills that game. We'll have to see how they end up in the standings, but they go out 7th. Nice nade there, gets a knock. Torelli gets a pair of knots. Blitz. does work, but then gets knocked himself. Cave YT, similar situation. You can see Team 6 was not able to complete the rotation. Oh my goodness, we have some player chat. That must be some all chat from the observers. Space, we were watching Space last game. They have, let's see, two up, 1 down currently. But, wow, they have that, they're rocking those mummy costumes. So those are the new costumes that were introduced with 0.9.0. And, yeah, Mr. Bug and Team 6 were unable to complete the rotation. Next zone is hard shift to the southwest of the current one. Can you watch the YouTube team, please? Yes, I'm actually not controlling the camera, so we're commentating whatever we see. And we were watching the YouTube team quite a bit. They actually wiped a squad that pushed their compound. They wiped a squad early on, almost died super early. They were down to 1 player with like no HP left, was able to get everybody back up, able to rotate into the zone and place 7th with quite a few kills. I'm pretty sure that they will move up in the standings quite substantially after this game because they got at least, I think, like 8 or 9 kills, and they placed 7th position. So not too bad. Team 19, the only one currently in the next zone. They're behind a rock with the VSS. Papa Mike of Team 12 running into the zone, running to the southwest. There's Team 20 waiting for him, though, and gets taken out almost instantly. Oh, my goodness. Engagement by the M249. That thing shreds when you are close. It's also awesome against vehicles, that 100 round capacity. DPS is pretty good too. It's on par with a lot of ARs. A lot of people think that you're giving up. Oh my gosh, nice move there. Jumps over the fence, able to finish off the guy in the corner, now going to revive his teammate. Hopefully that will make the highlight reel because that was pretty cool to watch. Oh, another spooky grenade goes off in the background. He's got a ghillie suit on. His teammate does, at least. He does too. He pulled that ghillie suit as well as the AUG and that M249 out of crates. Could have been super airdrops or maybe just normal airdrops. We'll have to see. And we're down to a 2v2. So on one hand, we have the team we were watching by the fence earlier with the ghillie suit. They are currently northeast of the next zone. So they're going to have to push towards Team 19, who's hiding behind a rock. Not much hard cover in between. Here we go. AUG M249 has it loaded up with 100 rounds of 5.56. Could certainly just start spraying, looking for hit markers pretty soon. Not much cover in this. Smokes go down. Papa Mike throwing more spooky grenades. Are they going to connect? Scary. Barber gets a nice knock. Here we go. Papa Mike. Are they going to be able to finish him off? No, Papa Mike goes down. And now we have a 1v1. 1v1 and the M249 coming in clutch. There you go. D2R. D2R wins the match with a ton of kills. This is what I was talking about, guys. I was saying if a team can get this many kills, that is going to set them ahead of the competition. Only one team gets into Dubai. Only the top team from South America. D2R with a statement that game with 17 kills as well as a win. That can't do the math on the air, but that means a lot of points for them. Oh my goodness. It's going to be 17. Let's find out. Let's pull up the calculator on my Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and find out 17 times 15 plus 500. That's over 750 points from one game. That is how you move up the leaderboard. Look at that YouTube squad with a lot of kills too, though. 13 kills. 7th position with 13 kills. That is very respectable, and that will allow them to move up in the standings as well. Pretty good, pretty good. It's a magazine, so it reloads fast. Vector. People aren't liking the Vector. The Vector with an extended quick draw, very deadly. It does a lot of DPS. I think it does 620-ish DPS. That's a lot more than weapons like the M4 or even the AK. So Vector close range with an extended, solid. So here we are back at the desk of our two lovely commenters or commentators. My name is Derek G. There you go. There is our winner chicken dinner for that match. D2R destined to rise. I love that team name. And there we go. There's the team captain right there. So congratulations to them, racking up 17 kills plus a first place. That is certainly going to move them up in the standings. We'll have to see if they're first after this second match or not. But over 750 points with one game. Oh my goodness. Do that a couple more times and you are punching your ticket to Dubai. No doubt about it. Got outgunned once. I'll follow you on Instagram. How long is this stream going for? This stream is going to be going for around another, I'd say, hour and a half or so. So we have one more game today. So after that, and then we'll be back tomorrow with 3 more games. So do not worry. Set your alarms, set your reminders for tomorrow. Because same time, we will be back with 3 more games determining the outcome of the PUBG Mobile South America Star Challenge Finals. If you haven't given the video a like yet on YouTube, what are you doing? I appreciate it. PUBG Mobile appreciates it. It takes a couple seconds to do. And it helps us all out. So they're currently tabulating the scores after that crazy second game. The first game, like I said, nobody got more than 9 kills. Second game, we had a couple teams who got more than 10. So those teams looking to differentiate themselves. Here are the highlights. Mr. Bug, like I said, goes down early. Team 11 rushing. Team 6, that sole survivor there, able to save Mr. Bug and potentially save his whole squad by getting that knock, forcing Team 11 to have to retreat. Beautiful nade there by Nitsu. And this was a crazy fight between Team 16 and Teams 13. Watch the end of it. This is just ridiculous. Knock for knock. And there you go. YouTube squad survives and goes on to get 13 kills and a 7th position. Almost eliminated super early in Pachinki, but they were able to turn it around. One member survives with like no health. And this was another crazy situation with YouTube squad. They had a lot of highlights this game where one of their members gets knocked by a rock. And they were able to orchestrate some sort of really cool saving play where, who was it? I think it was MyTech, right? Drove a Dacia up to that tree, dropped off his squad mates, laid down some fire, and then drove the Dacia away, distracting them. So the fire went to MyTech instead of his revived teammates, and he picked everybody up, went back to a compound, and they were able to secure a squad wipe right there. So lots of fun play for sure. Lots of Team 16 on that game in the highlight reels. Team 12 with the MK14. That thing is a beast up close if you control the recoil, as well as at a distance with up to an 8x scope. It's an airdrop DMR designated marksman rifle, and man, is it a good one. Here's MyTech back in the highlight reel once again. Like I said, lots of awesome play there. There's Mr. Bug peeking his head out and unfortunately getting downed with that VSS play. And that was the end of the YouTube squad right there. Unfortunately, didn't have cover, had to rotate into the zone. Space M, well played game by them too. Unfortunately, goes down there. Baraka KYT also goes down and is finished. We had some, I don't know exactly what they were saying, but we had some talk between the mummies and the other squad there in all chat. And here you go, the M249. Look at this play. Hopefully they show it. He climbs over the wall. Instead of getting his teammate up, instead of picking the teammate up, he climbs over the wall, gets the kill by the guy hiding in the corner, and then jumps back over the wall to revive his teammate. Papa Mike goes down, but the M249 able to bring home the chicken there in the second game with 17 total kills. Again, 17 total kills for Destined to Rise. That was insane to watch. Lots of fun. And what is your rank? We've got some guys just chatting in the chat. Cool to see that. What's your rank? I think I'm currently like mid-tier diamond. I don't play that much. The goal is to get to, I'll definitely get to crown by the end of the season, but I don't think I'm going to push much higher than that just because it requires a lot of games, and I'd rather create content for you guys and do cool things like this, like hosting the English version of the South America Star Challenge Finals, the English cast. Here we go. We have updated standings. Let's take a look at what they are. So everybody's off the bottom of the leaderboard now. Nobody has 200 points with 0 kills. That would be the bottom score that you could get right now, because it's 100 points at least per game plus 15 points per kill. So we have Invictus Gaming. Then we have Olipo Team, KRB SU Ports, and the rest of those. And here we go. Team number 1. Indeed, it is Destined to Rise, starting to pull away a little bit. Destined to Rise with 24 kills after 2 games. Firmly in the first position with 1,140 points. The only team above 1,000 right now. Unk Tech with 13 kills in second place, 820. Space Monkeys, love that name, in third with 13 kills, almost 800 points for them. And then it falls off from there. And there is YouTube 4 Gaming. So they were in, 14th place, I think, after the first game. Now they are in 7th place with 16 total kills and 555 points to their names. So plenty of time still in this tournament, although Destined to Rise D2R, strong showing after 2 games for sure. We'll have to see if they can keep it up in the third game or not. But remember, only the top team, only the first place team moves on to Dubai through points. So if you want to punch your ticket to the global finals in just a few weeks, this is how you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to make a show of it early, and you're going to have to keep it up every game too. Otherwise, you might lose out. So back at the commentator desk right now, they are talking about all the awesome stuff, I'm sure, that we just saw in the first 2 matches. They're probably also going to plug the Samsung Galaxy S or Galaxy Note 9 phone. The S9 Plus is also an excellent phone from Samsung. We had the S9 Solo Chicken Dinner event a couple months ago. But the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, the newest Note phone through Samsung, certainly an excellent phone to play PUBG Mobile on. I play on one myself. I stream from it. And I'd imagine that we are going to be talking about that phone just a little bit more in the coming days for sure. We actually have a 5-minute intermission between matches. So not sure yet if I'm going to go grab some water, maybe grab a snack or something before the first match. I think I will, just for maybe 2 minutes or so. So make yourselves comfortable. Let me know what country you guys are from. Let me know what your favorite place to drop is, or maybe your favorite team, who you're rooting for in this tournament. And I'll be back with you guys in just a couple minutes as we wait for match 3, the final match of the day for the South America Star Challenge Finals.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9, it's got more power than you need, until you need it. The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need, until you need it.
"30 seconds to go." Hey everyone, again, my name is Derek G. After a short break, short intermission between games 2 and 3, the third and final game of the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge South America Finals coming up in just a little bit. So it looks like this game also is going to be a first-person perspective game. We'll have to see when we actually get into the match. We'll see if the plane route is a little more favorable to Georgia Pal too. Because unfortunately, those first two games you had to drive there if you wanted to grab that awesome loot, and indeed people did. Epic slow motion pan. Talking about the new clan activities. Clans are now up to 6 players, down from 10, but you can play in clan challenges introduced with PUBG Mobile 0.9.0. War mode is pretty awesome too. Infinite respawns. Try to get those kills.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9.
Actually super useful, that S Pen. If you're taking large group selfies, it's one of the best ways to do it.
After re-listening to our player community, Lightspeed Studios took some time and effort to make things as flawless as possible. How do you transfer the map from PC to mobile? That's easy. We simply copied and pasted. No, just kidding. Yeah, whenever we have a bigger city area, there's a greater pressure on performance, especially on mobile devices. Therefore, parameters, specifications for terrains, buildings, vegetations, and more have to be precise in order to run the game smoothly. We also simplified complicated building structures and city items to make it easier for players to loot. The brand new Dusk mode provides vastly different visual experience. We got 3 new weapons, each with its unique characteristics. Even some of our vehicles got a fresh new paint job. The desert map is 50% larger than the island map, so there is way more content. The area outside the city is a wide open mountainous region which lacks shelters such as trees or grass. There's way more middle and long distance combat which requires greater precision when shooting. So players better get to be good at estimating their relative positions from enemies to find the best hiding spot on the back of a slope. Actually, some of our less popular places, such as island, mine caves, ruins, have a good loot. Trust me. This new map is awesome. So we're constantly working on stuff during the daytime, and then we stay up all night playing. Who needs sleep? Oh, no! Oh, play PUBG Mobile.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need, until you need it.
And we are back. Oh my goodness, Miramar. That brings back memories. That was a lot of fun and really cool to see the perspective of the developers too in designing that map. A lot of people just think, oh yeah, you take the PC version and then you just apply some magic formula, put it into a program, and boom, there's the mobile version. And that is not how it works. So thank you again to everybody who's working on the project. It's really awesome to see how far the game has come in just a couple months. Very excited to see how the game does in 2019. Lots of exciting stuff coming for sure. So we're back at the desk waiting for the third game of the PUBG Mobile South America Star Challenge Finals to start the final game of the day, played on Erangel in first-person perspective. And like I said, I'm curious. Are we going to be seeing a similar plane route for the third time, or is it going to change up and be something crazy? Maybe we'll get some like plane route right over Military Island or something, like a west to east one where, Pachinki's the furthest north you can drop. I don't know. We'll have to see. So again, destined to rise, an excellent performance in the second match of the day. 17 kills and a chicken dinner for them. Comfortably in first place right now, but it's still early. 4 more games to go to determine which team will go to Dubai and compete in the global finals at the end of November. After school, people want to play the game. That is awesome. Good to see the excitement in the chat. If you guys are watching, you haven't given the video a thumbs up yet, certainly appreciate that over on YouTube. It helps me out, helps PUBG Mobile out, and everybody wins for sure. So just providing a little more backstory probably. There's a Spanish cast as well as a Portuguese cast. The finals are taking place, my understanding is they are taking place in Brazil. So if you guys prefer one of those languages, you will get analysis and commentary there. Otherwise, you can stay here for the English commentary. What we're doing is we are watching a stream, and then I am commentating on what I see in the stream. So it looks like they are getting ready to start, and indeed they are. Looks like the playing route is going to be starting over Malta Power and is going east to northwest. This is a beautiful playing route that allows you to drop pretty much anywhere other than Novo and Military Base or Primorsk Ferry Pier, that sort of thing. But all those other locations are in play. Yasnaya, Razak, School, Ruins, Hospital, Georgia Pile, all of those you can drop there if you want to. We'll see. Team 2 has been playing Stalber and the northernmost compounds along the north edge of the island. So I'm curious where they go to, because you can't reach that Stalber with that high elevation. You can't reach that on the current playing route. So we'll have to see. Looks like we're going to have 3 teams going for Yasnaya Polyana. So looks like Team 3 might be thinking better of it. Nope, they're still going. So Yas is a large city, but can it support 3 teams at the same time? Only if they are willing to play nice with each other. Team 2, on the other hand, looks like they are dropping at some of the lesser known compounds. One of them has a garage though, so they might be getting in the garage and then driving to where they actually want to go. We'll have to see. They have a 2-2 split, I think. And oh my goodness, look at all the teams going for North and South George. We have 5 teams, guys. 5 teams or 6 teams. Oh my goodness. 6 teams fighting for position in Georgia Pal. We also have another team down by Multifactory, one in Malta proper, one looks like they might be heading towards Nova, maybe across the bridge. And here we go. Nova Zone is indeed going to pick up the rest of his team. Here is Nightsu and the rest of Team YouTube, fan favorites, led by MyTech. They performed well last game. Got 13 kills and a 7th position. They moved up from 14 to, I think it was 7th in the standings. So that is impressive. We'll have to see where they go from there. They did drop hot. They dropped right in the middle of the action in South George. So they're... And, oh, we actually have some fighting between teams 19 and 10, both going for a military base. So... 19, it looks like a couple kind of puny shots there. That might have been a pistol that they were firing out at. And they're going to be content with just driving behind the air team right now. It looks like Team 10 does not have any weapons, or perhaps it's only one person. But either way, he is peeling off and going to a different compound, realizing maybe he can't compete with this team full of 19. Look at all those UAZs lined up along the road, all those vehicles. Oh my goodness. I had like 4 UAZs in a row there from the bridge. We got a micro Uzi as well as that pump shotgun for Team 18. EOB, I think. Is that their name? I think so. They are looting up to the south. To the south of Georgia Paul, there is the hospital in the background to their south. And here is Yasnaya. Yasnaya with 3 teams in it. Team 17, 14, and where's the other team? They're a little further to the west. Can't see them on the minimap right now, but they are there. Every dream. What are people saying? How'd you do in the last tournament? We got 8th place, which I will take because we were fighting against some pretty amazing teams. We also had a bad second day, so the first day we finished in 5th, and then from there we slid down a little bit. But overall, I mean, for a team that was voted in that a lot of people probably didn't think was going to do anything, to end up in 8th place with like 26, 27 kills for a tournament, we'll take it. We had a lot of fun, too. Lots of support. Thank you to everybody who was supporting us in the comment section, by the way. Certainly appreciate it. So you can see here a look at the minimap and a hard shift to the west. So that means that all those teams that dropped Georgia Paul and around Georgia Paul, hey, working out for them for sure. I mean, they can stay right where they are, continue to loot up. Don't have to worry about that early engage unless another team provokes them into it. I said, you do not want to be the first team out. It looks like every team has 4 players this time. So we have 80 total players, 20 total teams. And you do not want to be the first team out of the tournament. Every game is important, but if you die early, only get 100 points, it's going to be hard to recover from that. MyTech goes down early. MyTech is down. Let's see if the rest of his team can not only revive him, but finish off whoever downed him. That is a member of Team 7 there. Karma throwing out the smokes. MyTech is safe for now. Team 7 with an interesting flanking angle there. One member of Team 7 is in that 1 story. The rest of them are in the 2 story. Preventing Karma from being able to cross the street. Keiko instead respawns by running across, and looks like he's going to be able to get MyTech back up. Member of RDT also goes down early. Anybody from Germany watching? I think there were a couple people. There were a couple people earlier. And now we're back in Yasnaya, where Team 17 and Team 3 are getting very, very close. Team 17 pushing into 3's apartment building. They're probably saying, leave us alone. We're low. We don't have that many healing items. We don't want to die early. But another member of Team 3 does go down. Nice angle there from the top of that other apartment to the east. VGN. Just waiting. Oh, whoa. What just happened there? All of a sudden, a corn suit appeared and took him out. My gosh. I was thinking he was a teammate initially and then started shooting. I'm like, that is an aggressive corn right there. Aggressive corn suit. So Here we go. VGN has lost a member. They've lost sync. Take some shots. You can see those tracer rounds that we get as commentators now. Makes it a little easier to figure out who's shooting at who, especially when you go to the overhead perspective or the drone perspective. That way you can easily see which players are shooting at who and, you know, what way they need to rotate. It's a pretty cool one to use once you get down to the final couple teams. Thank you for the hearts in the chat. Appreciate it for sure. VGN Kano with the M16 looking across the street, knows where Team 3 is, but not able to engage this early. Only 2 members have actually died. Only 2 players have died so far. Each of the 20 teams is still represented. VGN, though, another member does go down. We are playing first person, so you can be a little more aggressive in peeking windows. You do have to peek windows versus third person, where you can actually just stay behind a wall and use that camera, that free camera look tool, to be able to figure out if you are in danger or not. VGN crossing the road, never an easy thing to do. They're heading towards this westerly-most grouping of apartments. And we'll have to see if they can make something happen with only 3 members alive. One of whom was very low, just used a med kit actually. Nice med kit. Healed all the way back up. You can see that member of Team 3 in the window. Taking some nice shots with the AK. Only a couple shots required to knock him out. Probably didn't have that much armor. Kano running up, adjusting position. Jumps down on the ledge to avoid taking fall damage. Good idea. Throws a nade across, or was that a smoke? No, it was a nade. That was one of those spooky Halloween themed nades, probably. And VGN decides they've had enough. They are actually getting out of Yasnaya. They are outnumbered. And they're deciding that, hey, we want to live another day. Place higher position-wise in this match. So I think we're going to concede control to you of Yasnaya right now. We don't want it anyways. It's not even a... That's probably what they're saying. It's not even in the zone. I think it's in this first zone. But the rest of it, you know... Looks like Georgia Paul, definitely more so the place you want to be this game as far as establishing yourself. So here's MyTech back up. Has to boost, but doesn't have any boost items, so that's why he's at roughly... he has... Actually, never mind. He does have some boost. So he doesn't have any more boost items, but he is going to recover that health. Tactical stock. Some bandages. Papa Mike, oh my goodness, that looks like an M24 with a 6x scope on already. He sees some players over there by the Dacia. Is he going to take a shot, or is he content with just knowing where they are? He's looking across. He's at the crates. Excellent loot can usually be found at the crates where Team 12 dropped. But he's looking across the river into North George, and that is where he was contemplating opening fire, but he did not. He's holding off. Perhaps his team is... Whoa, there is a flare gun. Don't know where that is going off, but there is a flare gun somewhere. We saw it. There it is. It's burning to the southwest right now. That looks like a plane that might be heading for them. One of those supply drop planes, perhaps a super supply drop. I can't imagine they'd be getting a bulletproof UAZ this early in the game. I would think instead it would be a super airdrop with its 2 crate-only weapons, full level 3, a healing item. Oh my goodness, gets me excited thinking about those things, because all you really need to establish yourself, look at that first-person driving now. All you really need to establish yourself in the game is 1 super airdrop crate. You could have nothing. You could drop everything, loot up one of those crates, and have some of the best gear in the game. That is crazy. That is how powerful a flare gun is, especially early on. Watching an engage develop between Team 18 and 7. The majority of Team 7, though, is off to the east. So that is, or off to the south, rather. That's not going to help them out. So 1 member caught alone. The rest over by the hospital. actually two members called alone, so it's a 2-2 split. Still, not necessarily where you want to be. Lots of love for My Tech again in the chat. We'll have to see how they perform. They are team 16. You can see that pink team in South Georgia Pop right now. The next zone going to favor them. Looks like the circle's closing right over South Georgia Pop. So we'll have to see if they're going to get aggressive trying to go for kills, or if instead they're going to play the circle game. They are content with the fact that they are still almost dead center and do not have to move. We have Team 19 playing the outside of the zone, still on Military Island. Probably not for too much longer, though. They're actually looting up that new collection of houses that's to the northwest of the main military base. That one just popped up in 0.9.0, actually. Let's take a look at Teams 14 and 2. Everybody has abandoned Yasnaya at this point. And we have a ghillie suit. Papa Mike in the ghillie suit. Gonna go ahead and adjust the chair here, adjust the microphone for a second. Looting up inside those crates too. Don't forget about inside the crates. Loot can be just as good in there as it is on top of them. It's a little harder to search them though. It's a little easier to accidentally search the same one more than one time, especially if you are not very familiar with the layout of the crates. But good gear can be found there. Level 3 gear, 6x scopes, you know. Things like the M24 or the Car 98. Yes, this is the last match. So this is the last match of today, and then I'll be back tomorrow to cast the 4th, 5th, and 6th final match of the PUBG Mobile South America Star Challenge Final. So half of the games are today, the other half tomorrow. You put the scores together, and that determines which team is making it to the Global Finals in Dubai in just a couple weeks. A few weeks from now, actually, near the end of the month. There's one of those spooky Halloween-themed airdrops. I wonder if you can get a night mode game in a tournament. I'm curious. I wonder if they would allow that, or if they would re-queue. I'm not sure. But it's a possibility if you're playing on Erangel. Now, after 0.9.0, it is possible to get night mode. You start out in dusk, then around 10 minutes or so in, you go to night mode, and then about 10 minutes after that, the rooster crows, and it's morning. So you get those night vision goggles, and it's a lot of fun if you haven't played it before. Definitely a different dynamic to the game. See, so far, Team YouTube, chilling out. Comfortable, just enjoying their position in South Georgia. Here's teams 10, 18, and 16, all in the same, and a buggy. Looks like a buggy, right, in the background there? Or maybe that's a Dacia, I don't know, a vehicle. There's at least one vehicle driving around, driving into the water. Just driving around the outside of it. That's Team 5. Uh-oh, Team 9 pushing up on 18 right now, as is Team 5. Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. They are getting sandwiched. Team 18, I feel bad for them. They're getting sandwiched between two teams, 5 and 9. 5 decides to look elsewhere. 5's instead driving in and crashing into 10's compound. So we have 9 engaging 18 and 5 engaging 10. All in South Georgia as Team 16 just looks on. So here is Team 5, who crashed into the compound but lost all 3 members of his squad. He's a sole survivor. And I think that was just a squad wipe. No, it was not. Now it is. That is a squad wipe. Team 5 crashes in, unfortunately cannot convert, and they are out of the game. First team eliminated. Can you guys believe it? We are 16 minutes into the match, and now, only now, was the first team of the 20 eliminated. These are positions you do not want to go out in because you're getting only 100 points. That is not what you want if you want to go to Dubai. A reminder that the top team last game, they actually got over 750 points in one game. So you can imagine, if a team only gets 100 versus 750, that is a very difficult deficit to make up in day 2. It is currently 8 o'clock here, so I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of a sandwich. Team 1 on a compound along the road. They are in the next zone, so they're just going to chill here using peeking around. They know that there's a team out that way, Team 15. We'll have to see where the next circle lands, though, to determine whether or not they are going to want to move or maybe just hunker down here and secure their compound. Looks like they're jumping out of the compound now. Just keeping an eye on where people are. They have 20 to their south and 15 to their north. So potentially sandwiched, but you'll have to see where the next zone is. And they are 500 meters outside it. So you can see those shots coming in. AWM, beautiful AWM there. Shooting down plays as it, but taking some more shots. Oh no, it doesn't look good for him. Squad NT. Whoa, look at that. Oh man, that is the level 3 castle themed dossier there. That is tough to get. Actually have a video on the Halloween events we're putting together right now. So team 1, they are sandwiched, but like I said, we'll have to see when the zone starts to rotate whether or not they can make it work or not. We have teams 15, 9, and 18 in very close proximity. Just on the western edge, that is the western edge of Georgia, Paul, and it looks like the next circle is not going to be favorable to them. So I have to think the circle shifted to the north, maybe, or maybe to the east. So hopefully we get another look at the minimap soon. That way we can determine which teams have to move and which teams don't have to. Looks like Team 16, the YouTube team, is content with just chilling out where they are. My tech has to heal up again or boost up. There's a nice first aid kit as well as a smoke grenade. Who's casting? This is Derek G. Derek G is the caster for the English live stream. We also have a Spanish live stream and a Portuguese live stream if you would rather watch those, depending on what language preference you have. Not going to grab the energy drinks there. Teammate might grab them now. Here we go. It's getting crazy. You can see that the zone has indeed shifted to the northeast. It's centered over the crates. Actually, it's over north of George. So that means a lot of teams are going to have to drive across the bridge. This could get crazy. So you have teams 15 and 20 and 19 and 18 who are still outside the zone, as is team 3. Everybody else making their way in now. Circle closes and cities are ridiculous. You might have 15 or more teams still left alive at 25 minutes into the game because everybody's just chilling in their own building. Nobody wants to fight each other necessarily, because if you die this early, still not good. You think 20 minutes into a game, or 20 minutes into the game, that, that's not too bad. I survived 20 minutes against pro players. No, there are still 19 teams left. That means if you go out right now, you only get 100 placement points plus how many points you get for kills. But that is not where you want to be. Not at all. You want to place top 10 if you can help it. And right now, we're a long ways away from that. So because this is an urban circle close, or it looks like there might be one, that's going to be interesting for this third and final game of the first day of the South America Star Challenge Finals. See, we have some fish. We have some fish, or perhaps some nice dolphins just swimming around in the water, enjoying their day. One of them is currently running out of air, has to surface, but Rafa there takes some damage due to exhaustion. His lungs are out of air. See Team 18 just chilling underneath the bridge. Probably not the best place to be. This is one of the longer bridges in the game. This bridge doesn't get that much attention. You know what? I'm glad that there's a circle like this where we can highlight this bridge, because when we talk about large bridges on Erangel and PUBG Mobile, we almost always talk about the two that connect the military island to the mainland. Those are the ones everybody seems to care about because you have these crazy things called bridge campers. But Georgia, Paul, I almost forget that there's a bridge just as long, if not longer, in Georgia Paul, which is pretty cool. Connects North George to South George. Georgia Paul being one of the largest cities in PUBG Mobile, or at least on Erangel. Got some love for the fish in the chat. Airdrops on the map. Yeah, we have flare guns on the map too in 0.9.0 or 0.9.1, which they're playing right now. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. We had some super airdrops in the first game, second game too. We also had some Halloween-themed airdrops. So cool to see that in PUBG Mobile, as well as those spooky grenades. You throw a grenade, it blows up, and it looks scary. So battery's dead. Oh no, that's no good. Hopefully you can recharge your device. The battery of this spectator looks like it's pretty good right now. Probably plugged in. Good ping too, 20 millisecond. That is solid. Probably playing on the South American servers, but that ping is rock solid right now. So it looks like we have another zone, and the next zone is going to be favoring North Georgia Paul again, as well as the forest to the northeast of North George. So Team 14 is actually on the northern extent. So we were focusing a lot earlier on the southern extent of the zone. That's where Georgia Paul with the crates and all that craziness was. But the northern edge, totally different. You have forests and some fields and these large 2-story buildings with Space taking some shots. Plays has an AWM too. Unable to connect though. He saw Space peeking him there, but unfortunately not able to connect with the shot with that 6x scope. My dad is using the charger. Oh no, that is not a position you want to be in. Who's going to win this final game? How are you going to find out if your phone battery dies? You can see that this is actually not going to be an urban close. So, curse of the commentator, again, as soon as you talk about how crazy it would be to have some, like, water close in Georgia Paul, or maybe an island, I don't even know. Nope, this is going to be a forest close, most likely. So, everybody who's currently in South George, they are in trouble. Everyone in North George, they can stay in there for one more circle if they want to, but I would try to establish position on this high ground, because this is how you're going to win the game, most likely. I would almost bet that the team who's ultimately going to win the game will set up on one of these ridge lines and start camping it, you know, killing all the teams who try to challenge them for the ridge line. There's a nice airdrop. Looks like it's to the southwest in the play zone. We'll have to see if that airdrop, oh my gosh, nice grenade play there, gets a nice knock. And this is when you really want to be inside the zone. I said it last game, I said the first game as well. Once you get to about 24 minutes into the game, this is the zone that you do not want to stay outside of. It's 3% of damage per second when this one closes. That is deadly. That is why all these teams, no matter how many meds you have, you are going to have to work your way into the zone. And if you wait too much longer, there aren't going to be many spots left that are viable. Just throwing a grenade over that way. Spooky grenade. Oh my gosh. Scary things, guys. Throwing a grenade behind that tree, but unfortunately nobody there, so that grenade just blows up. You can see Team 17 rotating around the outside edge of it, coming up on Team 14 now. I'll have to see what they can do with this engage, because they have to watch out behind them. We have Team 13 and another team. Team 17 with 3 total kills so far. 13, no kills for them yet, but all 4 are still alive. 1 is downed, but all 4 are still alive. And man, 11 and 13 in the same apartment building. Oh my goodness. They are outside the next zone too, so they're going to have to clean up this engagement, find out who wins, and then move in almost immediately. Congrats on playing the tournament. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Man, as a networking opportunity too, it was so cool to meet everybody, meet Powerbang, 7 Worlds Gaming, Metalcore, Wicked Gaming, and a lot of other awesome people. PGU Swagger on the bottom floor of the compound. Sees Team 13 there. Takes some shots with... Oh my goodness. This is insane. as teams 11, 9, and 13 all in the same compound right now, all outside the zone, fighting for position. Teams going down very quickly now. Still don't want to die yet. Still only 14 total teams alive. If you want those placement points, you have to survive a little longer. Now Karma, Karma, and the rest of YouTube squad still alive. They have rotated from South George over here. They're taking some shots, getting some knocks. Nice shot on D2R too, destined to rise. That is the team that got first place. If they can take them out here, that could mean a huge shift in point total. Oh no, but 3 out of 4 members of YouTube squad are knocked. Only one is left. Naitsu is left. That's it. Has the Groza with an extended magazine, very powerful weapon, but unfortunately has lost all his teammates. Oh my gosh, what a turn of events. That is not what you want to see either. It just got that nice knock on D2R. Now D2R is 4 strong, all alive again and ready to fight, looking to secure themselves another nice position. Play zone being a cruel entity. Like I said, those other games do not want to be outside it now. It's 5% per second, going up to 8% I think per second, which is ridiculous. Almost impossible to out heal unless you just chain heal, and if you're chain healing, you can't kill people. So a couple of nice knocks there. Nova behind the tree, peeking the left side, peeking the right side, going back and forth, getting a knock. SJ, last member of the team alive. All 3 of his partners are down but not out. Might be able to revive, but I think not gonna be able to get over there with Nova pressuring them from the northeast. Oh, Novus, okay. We're learning. D2R taking shots with the DP. YouTube squad still has a couple left alive. They were able to get them back up. MyTech, Itsu. Now 2 of them are down again. Only 1 is alive. That squad is not out, though. They're going to guarantee themselves at least a 7th place finish. The problem is that they're outside the zone now, though. Oh, no. MyTech taking shots and unfortunately goes down. That is a squad wipe. Looks like they're going to finish in 6th position, 6th or 7th. We'll have to see. But either way, strong showing. Not too bad. Not as many kills as last time. Let's see. Now, Team 10, another team we were watching earlier, shooting from behind the UAZ, but unfortunately gets a nice flank angle there. Team 12, D2R, the winners of the last game, running for their lives. Only have 5 kills this time. All 4 members still alive. Taking shots nice, lean. Has to get into the zone, though. Very low. Taking shots with that suppressed Groza. Running up on Team 2. Nova medding for his life right now. D2R holes. Let's see if he only... Oh, no, he only has bandages. Not the position you want to be in. D2R holes. Everybody is knocked. It's just down to 1 member using a first aid kit. Is he going to play for position? Only 4 teams left alive. That's not bad. A top 4 is not bad, but they want to punch their ticket to Dubai, and he gets a nice knock on a Nova player there. Halls is still alive. Smog is the last member, though. Oh, no, and he goes down, so 4th position. That's going to be D2R. Nova looking very strong. 1 member knocked, 1 member low, but still all 4 alive in this match. 3 teams, 8 players left. So we have Team 2. Nova team has to rotate into the zone, though. They are very far outside it. Team 2 with 13 total kills so far. Very impressive, showing all 4 members still alive. And now they are playing against 3 other members. So it's a 4v3. Nova versus Team 6. Team 6 has the zone. They're actually going to take a UAZ. Will this backfire or will it work for them? We'll have to see. So Team 2 getting ready. The zone is going to be closing in. Mr. Bug! Good to see you, Mr. Bug. He is running. They're driving in hot. I think that UAZ play backfired on them. The UAZ blows up. 3 members are killed on the way in. Novazone is the only survivor now. He's behind the broken UAZ, so he is protected there. But looks like Mr. Bug and the rest of IG now have the advantage. Novazone running behind that tree, but they're going to try to flank him. Mr. Bug running up, and Mr. Bug gets the final kill. Oh my goodness, what a crazy match. Look at those kills. IG, Mr. Bug, and the rest of Team IG. Look at that. That's 15 total kills for them. Impressive stuff for sure. definitely going to help them in the standings. Nova, not a bad showing either. How many kills did they get? 13 kills. Very solid. How about INS? INS with 6 total kills. Goes down from there. D2R, though, not too bad either. 2 kills, 3, 4, 5 kills total. Look at that, 5th place. XG with, what is that, 8. YouTube Squad got 6th position, so it was 6th, not 7th, but they only got 3 kills. So we'll have to see if they can get more kills, maybe play a little more aggressive next game, which will be tomorrow. We'll have 3 more games tomorrow. We'll have to see who gets the top spot of South America Star Challenge Finals. So you can see Space, we were watching them earlier too, KRB, F4W, BRK, RTG, or RDT rather, TPD, and EOB. Who's last? Who was the first team eliminated? Unfortunately, it was a mixture of players, but it looks like OLP was their team name. So what an incredible first day of action with the Star Challenge South America Finals. 3 games of first-person perspective in the books, and lots of highlights from that one too. I was thinking it was going to be a Georgia-Pal close, a Georgia-Pal final circle. That would have been crazy with all those buildings, teams in the same apartments, running around, jumping out, grenades, spooky grenades everywhere, who knows. But instead, it was a farce close, and the teams that did well established themselves on the ridge lines, or denying those who were pushing them. D2R, unfortunately, they were aggressive with that late game UAZ play. You generally don't see vehicles used that late in the game when there's only 2 or 3 teams left, and unfortunately it didn't work out. Now, it could have been just as easily talking about them securing another victory there, another chicken. But unfortunately, actually, that was Nova with the UAZ, but unfortunately, that was not to be the case. You can see there the commentators chilling with their Samsung Galaxy Note 9s. Look at that nice S Pen, that lovely yellow-colored S Pen there, standing out against the blue of the phone. Perhaps talking about the highlights right now, which I'm sure we'll see in just a couple minutes. A reminder that I'll be back here tomorrow to cast games 4, 5, and 6, where we'll find out which team stamps their ticket to Dubai with a first place in the South America Star Challenge Finals. There he goes. He has drawn a nice little... That is awesome. That is PUBG Mobile Star Challenge South America. That was what that was. A nice little animated doodle. Hearts for South America. Spam some hearts in the chat. Thank you everybody who is watching. Had an amazing audience tonight, and plenty more to come tomorrow. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, be sure to do that now. My Tech went down early, but fortunately he was able to get picked up by his team. There's the... Oh my gosh, it scared me again. The cord suit popping out of nowhere. I thought he was a teammate. He was not a friendly cord suit. Nice kill. We actually watched that one live with that nice knock with the AKM. Unfortunately, that team got sandwiched. There were 2 teams. There's Team 9 and another one who crashed compounds very close to him, and unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens. Michael played an excellent game one of the earlier games, but that time was eliminated. D2R, last game's winner, ended up in 4th position this time. You can see this is when the zone shifted from Georgia-Pal up to the northeast into the forest. See a nice peek there by Nova. Haste was trying to peek around the tree, take some shots, but unfortunately went down. Here was when YouTube Squad was almost eliminated. My Tech was the sole survivor. He was trying to get some nice shots in on D2R, but unfortunately the zone and the fact that there are people in front of him got him in the end. Nova lost a player there. They were able to get him back up. You see, this was the end of D2R in 4th position. And then here was that UAZ play by Nova that backfired when 3 of them got knocked almost immediately, and the 4th was forced behind a tree. Then the nice flank by Mr. Bug, and Mr. Bug and the rest of Team IG able to pull out a victory in Game 3 of the Star Challenge Star Challenge South America Finals, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Hearts for Derek. Thank you everybody for watching for sure. Definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. appreciate the opportunity to do something like this. I'd never cast games before where I was provided the gameplay and then we went from there, but it's a lot of fun. Definitely let me know in the comments down below, those of you guys still with us, what your favorite moment was, as well as what team you want to see to win. You see, here are the standings after 3 games. We don't have to wait. Oh my goodness, here we go. So in 11th, we have Insanity BR, and then we have Xane Gaming, KRB Sioux Sports, Penguins, ALK, Racy Sports, Olympio Team, Rido Team, Iobambu, oh, I know I'm saying that wrong, and that has to mean something. Taradospordrup with no kills yet, 313 points. So these are your rank 11 through 20, 608 points down to 315. Let me know in the chat what that means. I'm sure in Spanish, unfortunately, I am not very fluent in Spanish. So Destined to Rise, oh my goodness. Destined to Rise, wow, impressive. These are your top 10 rankings right now after 3 games for the South America Star Challenge Finals. D2R, Destined to Rise, still in first place with a healthy lead still over, wow, 29 total kills, almost 1,500 total points. I wouldn't have thought that over Falconigro, maybe? Falcanigro. Then we have Invictus Gaming in 3rd, Nova Esports, UncTech, Space Monkeys fall down to 6th place. YouTube 4 Gaming staying in 7th place. So that's where they were after 2 games. That's where they're going to finish the day after 3 games. BRK Sports in 8th. Fatal 4-Way in 9th. And Vengeance in 10th. So Destined to Rise with 4 total kills, or 4th place position. And I think it was, 5 kills that game? Not entirely sure. But however many kills they had that game, still 1,500 almost points. That's impressive. A solid almost 300 point cushion between 1st and 2nd. So we'll have to see. Nova also making a charge towards the top of the leaderboard with that nice 2nd place finish, as well as those kills in the 3rd game. I am still watching. Shout me out. Angel, thank you for watching. The GS, thank you for watching too. Esteban, you can definitely let me know how to better pronounce those names. Let's see who else was asking. Kit said bye. Still watching. Yay. It's good to see you guys still in the chat. Definitely excited for day 2, the final day tomorrow for the South America Star Challenge Finals. We'll have to see which team can clinch a 1st place and a plane ticket to Dubai. So got these commentators here doing an awesome job. I think they're broadcasting in Spanish, so I don't have the audio feed from them, but they're looking pretty awesome in their level 2 vests there. Yeah, you gotta love the level 2 vest. I know people said before they're not that good. They're solid though. Level 1 vest, no vest is 0% damage reduction. That means you're pretty much dead. Level 1 vest 30%, level 2 40%, level 3 55%, but 40% damage reduction. That's not bad. Adios. Where's the Spanish version? That's also on the PUBG Mobile channel, the official PUBG Mobile channel. So they're streaming in Spanish, streaming in Portuguese, and I am providing the commentary in English. You see here are your kill standings. So this is the table of kills. So D2R got the most kills so far with 12, MyTech with 10. So I think they're showing which players. So this is a mix of teams because you can see 2 members of D2R are on the leaderboard. But there you go. That is why D2R is in 1st place. They have 2 members in the top 10 as far as top number of kills. MyTech too. Look at that. MyTech with 10 kills. Impressive for sure. So after the first day, what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking that YouTube is going to make, with MyTech, it's going to make a run for the top? Or maybe D2R is already locked it? Or maybe Nova played very well in the last game? Perhaps they are going to show up the 2nd day and show us why they deserve to move on to the global finals. Waiting for your next commentary. Thank you. It's MeTech. Okay. So let me know. Is it MeTech or MyTech? Is it so in English? Generally, if you have a vowel surrounded by a consonant, the first vowel is long. So MITEK. The I would be pronounced iTech instead of E. You know, like a shorter I. So let me know in the comments down below. You know, we'll make MeTech is 1, MyTech is 2. So let me know which one's right. Derek. Day1, good to see you. What's up? Best PUBG Mobile YouTuber. I don't know about that. I appreciate the support though. If you're talking PUBG Mobile players, I'm definitely getting better. I'd argue I'm definitely getting better, but I'm definitely not one of the top ones right now. Still have hope for YouTube 4G YouTube 4G with MeTech. We'll have to see. I mean, they showed in the second game that they're able to get a lot of kills. They got 13 kills that second game. That was very impressive. I think the third game, honestly, I think the last game, what hurt them is that they were they established themselves in South George super early. Here we go. Here are some of the captains.
E aí, galera, beleza? Flashzito na área.
Eu sou o Ademir, da equipe Rocket Brasil.
Eu sou o Watson, da Insanity BR.
Aqui quem fala é o Small da Destined to Rise.
Destined to Rise, there you go.
Yo subo contenido de PUBG Mobile a YouTube, me mantengo haciendo esto desde que salió el juego.
Vitor Moraes, guitarrista da banda Malta, e também sou líder da El Bambu.
Okay, it's MeTech in Spanish. Okay.
Uma brincadeira, a gente não mal sabia que a gente estaria indo para semifinais aí com o time Bambu.
Eu sou o LK Plays, do clã ALK.
Eu sou o Drought, da equipe KRB Support.
Look at that iPad stand. Impressive. Space Monkeys! Yay! I just like the name.
Eu sou o IG Piton, da Invictus Game.
Sou o Kaiser, da J-Support.
Eu sou o Lucas, mais conhecido no game como General, e eu sou o líder da equipe Red Dot Team.
There you go. Star Challenge 2018 South America Final sponsored by Samsung Note9.
Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you?
Boom. Look at
That's
that.
why. The new Galaxy Note 9.
That's why you need it.
It's got more power than you need until you need it.
And there we have it. Who's doing the voiceover? Derek G. Derek G is my name. And thank you everybody for watching. I think that is it for today from the Star Challenge South America Finals. But do not worry, I'll be back with you guys in roughly 21 hours or so from now for day 2 of the action, the conclusion of Star Challenge South America. And we'll see which teams can place first, second, and third, as well as which team will move on to Dubai. That is the first place team. So there you have it. My name's Derek G. Again, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, the same time, for the conclusion of the action of Star Challenge South America 2018, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.